Where are we at here?
Where are we?
Wreford Communication Studios.
In Stratford, Ontario.
Nice.
Lili Wexu.
Woo! Yeah. All right. So this is your studio that you've created that you've had forever and ever.
Yeah. Actually, 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 years down here in the basement, and this was all. I did everything. I built this thing from scratch.
It's amazing.
And as you'll quickly see, I've turned into a bit of a gear pig.
You always have been. I wouldn't say you've turned into one.
No, I am.
I think you're born that way.
I am a gear pig.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this is the studio.
Awesome. Okay, so we were just talking about. So here you've got your two monitors, makes it very, very easy. You've hooked up your microphone this way, and it's very practical. And basically everything is what goes through this
mixer there.
This mixer there.
Now you'll notice the computer that records everything is not in this room, so there's no fan noises.
Biggest piece of important advice.
The computer is right out here.
Yeah.
So that's so in other words, when I close my patio doors to the studio, I actually have patio doors, sliding doors. So when I close them, you don't hear anything from the computer. All you can hear, maybe a bit, is the dog upstairs.
Yeah, that's all right. We can work around that.
But Roxy was good today, right?
Yeah, we didn't hear a thing.
Okay, so most people would probably get a conventional
boom arm,
and that's what I have hooked up to my Rode NT1000. But being that I'm usually 99% of the time the person behind the microphone, today was the 1% time that I wasn't. I always sit into position, and the microphone is always in front of me at a certain place. So I thought, okay, by adjusting the chair, and then what I did is I put this thing up, attached it to the ceiling, and not only does it serves two purposes. One is to kill any vibration that goes, say, to the ceiling, because I've got burlap in here with some cushioning, and basically, so underneath here, it's very dead.
That's awesome.
And then
instead of putting a panel on your whole ceiling, you're just covered where you're working.
Yeah. And then here, I have actually attached the microphone to this apparatus, and so I'm not using a boom arm.
And and I mean, you could use a boom arm upside down though. Here, I mean, it would be too long. It would be a little too long. Yeah. So what is this? It's just.
This is basically, thanks to Canadian Tire, some pipe.
Oh, yeah, it is pipe.
And then basically it's a gooseneck piece that goes down to the microphone and then attaching to the
mount.
The mount for the.
So you just put but this gooseneck is actually for it's like a flexible arm.
It could flex. So like if I want to bring it up a little bit, I can move it a little bit.
And where'd you get that thing?
Long and McQuaid, like Steve's Music or wherever.
Any music place.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's awesome. Brilliant.
Yeah.
You're brilliant, Rob.
Oh, and then soundproofing.
Yeah.
This is all insulation underneath burlap.
That's what I did in one of my studios too when I was using the garage. That's exactly what I did.
Instead of like going out and buying these sound panels, which are
dark.
Top,
yeah, and they're dark.
They're dark and whatever. And this sort of gives me the country look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's great. So you just basically, you're putting a panel, then no panel, and then a panel. You're just
Yeah.
spacing it out. So it's not all completely.
There's no scientific.
No, but it doesn't need, just to show people that it just doesn't need to be everywhere in your space.
But it's funny though, when you're talking in this room, and I actually keep that rolling. Talk in this room right now, you're not hearing any echo reverberation off the walls. Now, let's walk out into this room, and as I talk, all of a sudden you're starting to hear echo.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe you may not pick it up on here, but I'm hearing it right now.
I hear it too.
My own ears.
Oh, yeah.
You go back in there, and it's dead.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Big difference. And you only have it basically a little strip on the top here.
Yeah.
And you don't even have it on the bottom. You only have a little strip up here,
Yeah.
the corner.
And the couch helps too.
The couch helps. The carpet on the floor.
And a carpet, yeah, as
helps on the
opposed
floor.
to like a wooden floor.
Yeah.
That's why I chose carpet in here.
So it's just a few panels, really.
It really is, and it was easy. I just bought some little what do you call those 1x2s strapping, I guess it's called, and put some insulation behind some burlap, and away I go.
So we were just talking about microphones here, and this is a TLM 103.
Yep.
And this is a Rode NT 1000. And you were saying something really interesting that I love.
Well, and here's the thing. It's like you said you had the Neumann, U87?
Yeah.
Right? And you said, it's the bomb. I sound so good with it.
However, we were talking about before about your gift to me, my first microphone that you gave me.
The Sennheiser MD421.
And that is the microphone I got the most compliments on ever.
And it's not a condenser microphone.
No,
so
it's a drum microphone.
It really is. It was a great voice microphone, but it was also meant for... like, as you said, kick drums. You mic a kick drum with a Sennheiser MD421 and you're
Sound
good.
Great.
Yeah, you're good.
So, but this is another example where the most expensive microphone
is
is
not necessarily the best microphone.
Exactly. So why do you like the Rode so much?
This Rode NT1000 was suggested to me by a French-Canadian by the name of Eric Nolan.
Oh, Eric Nolin, yeah.
Remember from Sequoia?
Yeah, yeah. Radio DJ.
Yeah, a very good friend of mine. And he says, Rob, try this Rode NT1000. And I did. And that was my go-to mic for years. And then I got a deal on this Neumann. And I use this every day. But sometimes for certain things, I'll use this. For me and my voice, I have a baritone voice. I find this Rode NT1000 just gives me a nice, smooth, warm lower end.
Wow, now I want to try it. Making it sound really good.
You want to sound like me?
Yeah, I just want to sound like I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what years of smoking will do to you.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. So now, and then you have, what's the Avalon up here doing? Is it linked to the audio chain right now?
I can either use the Avalon, or below it is a Symmetrex 528E, and that's what I used on your session today.
The bottom one here?
Yes, the bottom one.
Okay.
This
This
reel
is
out of
amazing.
Chaume FM in Montreal.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah,
This is when we met.
This is when we met. When you used to.
You were at Mix 96.
Well, I was.
Yeah. Oh, then did you go to Chaume for a while?
I went to Chaume for a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one over here is it's a Studer. It's the A807, and this was actually in the control room at Chaume 97.7 FM on 1310 Green Avenue in Montreal.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I played back a lot of my bits and stuff like this on this very machine when Chum sold to Standard Broadcasting. They got rid of a lot of equipment, and I acquired some of the old stuff from 1310 Green Avenue.
Wow. And it says liners here because you used to record your liners and play them back on this?
Well, back in the day, before MP3s and WAV files and all that with computers, we actually used to record on these things called reel-to-reel machines, and then we'd call either UPS or back in the day Purelator and go, "Hi, can you pick up tape here at my location? I have to get it down to Los Angeles, or I got to get it down to Chicago or whatever the next day." And that's the way it used to be. But now we can record on computers and send files instantly, or as we did today, do a live session via a little technology called Source Connect.
Yeah, things have evolved because
Yeah.
you used to have ISDN forever.
I did. And matter of fact, when I did a lot of stuff for CTV, I did it all here in Stratford, Ontario. And the studio that used to record me was in Montreal for CTV, and that was all done by ISDN. As you can see in my rack, I don't have the ISDN anymore.
Right. Was the Telos Zephyr that you had? Or?
Telos Zephyr, yeah.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah, I had one for a little bit, but it didn't. It's the Source Connect got so popular that nobody was using it. Yeah. And tell us about this here.
This is just a lot of gear that's not needed for the voiceover business. But if you were to record bands or something and needed some compression for maybe a drum kit or something, or even voice, it's just a bunch of compressors that are waiting to be used, but not working so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
And tell me about this one, so this one here, because it sounded so good. So, what's going on there? Is it like a limiter, an equalizer? What is it exactly?
I have equalized your voice today for the session.
Okay.
But on top of that, I've added a little bit of compression, and I mean just a little bit. And then I also have a gate on it too, so that when you're not talking,
it's dead quiet.
It's dead quiet. But that's all I added to you today.
It's amazing.
And now I'm looking forward to hearing this thing that you did today for Tough Book.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear how it sounds, because it's usually my voice that I produce down here, so now it's someone else's, right? So.
Very cool.
This isn't your typical 9 to 5. Sometimes you feel lifted by a sense of freedom. Other times, grounded by the weight of responsibility. You know that people are counting on you every day. That's why you always show up in the moments that matter. For everything that matters in the moment, you can count on Tough Book.